EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the London Black Knights. Fielded in the end zone.
Making it happen.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. So first and 10 now from the 30. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And 9 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. They'll hit this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
He's across midfield.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Well, that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
Down 49ers.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing now is Rodgers. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And 5 at the 8-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
To go.
On play action, Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's got it. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Taysom Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. And he'll be out right at the 35. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And that's caught by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. They go play action with Wilson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Play action. Now Wilson. The open man is Smith. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And he gets us inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Russell Wilson doing it himself from 9 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Rodgers. That's complete to John Ross.
Rodgers.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
That is good.
And he's able to put it through.
The score, Niners 14, Black Knights 7. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to just...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And now it's a scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for a 49er touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And they'll try to run the option here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Play action. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. And that'll bring up second down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On third down, Wilson. Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And it's third down.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Niners 28. Black Knight 7. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence...
trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
49ers.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Four touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Black Knight 7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again, Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
The 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Throwing again here. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
15 yards.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And it's caught, the tight end Hill. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. On 1st down, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers gets this one to Hill. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Taken from about the 12. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now they try the right side here. They'll stretch out only about a yard up to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Number 31.
When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
A 6-yard pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And this offense continues to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
7. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
That is a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Not much there, only a yard.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Wilson will throw again. Fourth down now. San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Well, I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around. And got his man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 76 yards. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
Taking about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Take over. 1st down and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They'd hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On the ground, it's Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They go play action now. Wilson, he'll buy some time right. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Gets it out quickly here in the left flank. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. And again this time to the tailback. And a short gain down to about the 33. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Working from the gun, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And certainly starting to appear that they might finally be about to suffer that first loss of the season. What a heck of a run through 3 months, though, but they trail big here. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now it's Wilson rolling to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Here's Wilson to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, Wilson. And it's caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
3.
It's Wilson on the option. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Akers. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. Running, it's Drake. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
2nd and 7 at the 5-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in
this is intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right now?
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but still back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, this game is all but over after that last 4th down stop. The only question left, will they play conservative and run the clock or try to pour some salt in the wound? J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long when they throw the football. They're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The left side taken in by Pittman. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, it stays up. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game.
And no forward progress here. This is going to be a the safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to... He's got him in! Complete!